Okay, good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of 123 Technicals. As we all know, or for those that are new, this is basically a market outlook session. We get to see opportunities in the market, and at the same time, you guys get to see how I look at the market or how I trade. You guys get this whole in-depth view of my strategy. You get so most as usual, we get to look at what the fundamentals first. And I was saying we have high impact news at 8:30 on the euro, and then we have mid impact news on GBP, USD. Then up until 3 p.m. we have the whole testifying that Fed Sharma has been doing since yesterday. Yep. So it's kind of like high. There are some important economic things. Like yesterday, during the testimony, he was talking about inflation and how they want to reduce it back to 2%. So there are a lot of things, economic things he's talking about during the whole testimony whole thing. So you guys should watch out for that. You can risk little, or you can move your stop loss to break even if you have any positions on. That being said, let's check our distinct charts. So I want to say something, yeah? Before we start, I'm coming, yeah? Let me, if I control C, let me see if I can get that set up. So before we start here, I want to say something about there's a random distribution between what wins and losses. Yeah. So those of you that are on the group chat know that I sent two setups yesterday, yeah, on GBP USD. Yeah, this one, yeah, and Euro USD, yeah, which was something like this. And both of them, the criteria was what the rejection candle around our point of interest. And then the second one, I think for GBP USD, it was the second rejection candle also that gave me that confidence you get. So I raised 1% for each trade, yeah? Same thing with Euro USD. Rejection candle at what's our point of interest, do you get? But then what price took us out, do you understand? That's what 2 losses. Yeah, and then yesterday in the evening during the class we had, during the class we were having, I think I dropped this position like I took it, but I did not make noise about it because I think I was already feeling one kind, you get? I don't send signals. Yeah, I don't send signals, and then I was already feeling a bit edgy about it. So I just took this one, yeah, which was like a 4RR, you get 4.45. So now what I'm trying to let you guys understand is that I had this loss and this loss. Yeah, I risked 1%. Yeah, that was what losing 2% in general. Yeah. And then what's made a this was a 4.45 RR. Yeah, that's I made 4 point something percent on it, you get. So that's minus the 2% I lost was what 2.45, you get. So now in general was still profitable, even as I had 2 losses, you get. I used to tell you guys, every strategy will have losing streaks and winning streaks, but what keeps you on edge is your risk management, your RR, and then that whole thing of just keep risking the same thing. Okay, let's say I said, oh, because I had 2 losses here, and then I decided to risk maybe not 1%, I decided to risk maybe 0.1 or 0.5. It would have still been in profit, but then it would have not given me much profit what's cover up for these losses. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Good. So it still gives your strategy that edge. The more you see, if you see your setup, take it. Why I was not angry about this trade is because the setup happened. We saw we had our point of interest. We saw our rejection, our entry criteria at our point of interest. But then it was still a loss. Do you get? So that was not our fault. It's just how the market is. Sometimes it's going to be like that. Sometimes it's going to be, it's not going to be like that. Sometimes it's going to be winning trades. Do you guys understand? So anytime you see the strategy, take it. I'm sure guessing, Esther, where did you take this sell yesterday in the evening? You're the one that.
Yes, I did.
Thank you very much. So that's being said, let's look at what we have today. Yep. So let me clear this now. As usual, let me save this. Let me save this. me save this.
This was one of my scariest trades because it happened at night.
Yeah,
And
it happened
really, I
at
really
night.
don't like trading. I really don't like trading at night.
Same thing.
I felt like closing immediately I entered profit, but I just left you. I waited a little bit, but I didn't get all the way down to my TP though.
Okay.
Yeah, I stopped around here. Closed the trade around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. I don't know. I know yesterday means I was having second thoughts about it because most times, yeah, any setup at night tend to, let's say, after we see the entry criteria, to go above the entry criteria and then maybe do some stuff like liquidity before maybe coming down in the morning. But this was basically going to happen during the Asian session. You know, AUD is basically like an Asian session pair, you understand? Asian session and US session, you get New York session.
Yeah.
You get, so that's another thing that can give you this. If this setup was on GBP/USD, it might not have moved. So that's been said, let's look at what we have today. These highs, let me see how many percent is my battery. And then basically these lows, yeah? This is basically what we're going to be watching out for. A break to the downside, which will likely happen. Then wait for the retest and what's the continuation. Or if we don't have that break to the downside and then we have the break to the upside, then we'll take that retest. But as long as price stays inside this range, yeah, I'm not going to do anything on AUD/USD till I see it exit. Then NZD/USD. It's a bit tricky. Yeah, okay. I think
It's
NZD
basically the same thing.
It's basically the same thing, but I would like to see that break. Do you understand? Not just the break of this low, but the break of this low also.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Before I would actually say I'm going to do something about NZD, that's how I'm going to be watching out for it. Then Euro/USD is just shit. For me now, this is basically a shift. Yeah, because we had this push and then kind of like a pullback here, and then we pushed up, and then now we're breaking those lows to the downside. So my area of interest is going to be around here. We might actually see that retest, but now I think these candles are impulsing because of what the news. Yeah, there's a news by 8:30, I think so. So we might see something like this, and then the retest will happen within that candle, or might just see this push, and then this whole thing might just explode to the upside. So let's just watch and see how it happens. Keep an open mind. Then GBP/USD too is almost the same thing. GBP/USD has broken this place here. Do you get? So what we can watch out for is that retest, but like I said, it's news. So might not see it, we might just see still explosion to the upside. Either ways, let's just watch out. Don't take any aggressive entries on Euro/USD and what GBP/USD. Wait for that additional confirmation. Do you guys understand? Hope you guys are with me. So what pair do you guys want me to? I finished looking at my pairs. I'll be taking one more pair before we go.
Okay. I don't really trade this pair, but I just started looking at it. UJ. I don't really understand what the pair reacts to. I've tried using neckline, break and retest, order block, but nothing seems to work for it. I don't really know.
I was proposing this whole short retracement strategy for you guys, yeah. It's actually very funny. If you check here, this whole thing, see this break this was not a break per se, but then see the break here. We had a break here. Look at where it reacted and stopped at what's the 0.6. Do you understand? Are you feeling me?
Yes.
Good. But the thing now is that entry criteria. Now look at this one too. Yeah, this break too, yeah. Look at where it's reacting from, the 0.6. Do you get? Most retracements that happen in the market, once you see that break, yeah, it's most likely that it's going to stop. So now what you have to observe now is, does it create that entry criteria, or Does it like attacking? So now, let's say we have, this is one entry here. Check the frequency. If you are entering aggressively, check the frequency of how many times aggressive entries work. Do you understand? If, let's say, out of 10 of these kind of entries, and then the aggressive entries work maybe 6 times, then that's like a very nice winning strategy. Do you understand? So the
But most times I've checked out this retest strategy.
Yeah.
UJ usually breaks it. It will go deeper. Most times it won't go all the way up to the break here, then first it starts retracing, or to just one tiny retracement, then come back again.
So I thought you guys,
It's very annoying.
Actually, it's very annoying. I really, up to now, me to have not figured it out. So yeah, that's why I don't touch it. But I taught you guys a strategy on, I taught you guys a strategy.
Hello?
I'm coming. Sorry about that. Let's see. I taught you guys a strategy on short retracements, yeah. And I told you guys, you can go back and look at the whole break and retest class. Yeah, I taught you guys to hold this thing on short retracements. So all these things, yeah, I taught you guys, if you see any of the setup, yeah, you can just try it out. But honestly, for me, I don't trade it, so I'm not advise anybody to trade it. Stick to what you know. Do you understand? That being said, yeah, no worries. Is there any other pair you guys want me to take a look at before we go? Okay, since there is no other pair, you guys should basically stay safe, keep an open mind in the market, and always remember that you're going to have what losing streaks and what winning streaks on your strategy. It's just the game. Do you understand? But what, keep risking the same thing. Don't use your what previous trade to what determine what you do with your what next trade. Always have that confidence in your strategy. There's a reason why it's called a what profitable strategy. Do you understand? So what, always have what that confidence in it. That being said, we'll be ending the session here. I'll be posting the video on YouTube and sending the link for those that will missed it and those that want to watch it. And those that will be watching it on YouTube, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the page. Thank you guys so much. As you guys, always nice having you guys around. Stay safe, guys.
Thank you.